Exultant, last year's winner, QE2 Cup winner at his last start, looking for Group 1 at number 5. Furore ran on late in the QE2 Cup. First Hong Kong start at 2,400 metres, but did run 6th in the Australian Derby over mile and a half. Shafano, that last start Group 3 winner in the Queen Mother Memorial Cup with a lovely front-running ride from Matthew Chadwick. And Joe's elected to stick with Savvy 9. He's up 11 pounds on his Group 3 third to Shafano. He's gone for Savvy 9 over Time Warp as Joe Moreira. 4, 5 and 6 have been up at Chung Fa.
Yeah, the speed here in this race with Time Warp, of course, he likes to go forward. There won't be any breakneck tempo in the opening stages either. Even though Time Warp can roll along in front, looking like he's not going overly quick, but can rack up some good sectionals, so we'll wait and see what happens. Shafano was able to lead courtesy of a really good ride from Matthew Chadwick last time out, but he won't get past Time Warp early. Savvy 9, and don't be surprised if Exultant makes a mid-race move and really makes it into a staying contest like he did last start.
Here he is now, Exultant. He goes really well. He's been going well all season. Zach Purton aboard and a nice on race day and a nice piece of work from him, so he's very fit going in. Furore, another one. Look, his last 2 starts have been pretty good. He's moved stable, obviously, with Tony Cruz. Karis Teaton aboard for this, and he did ride him last start when he ran second behind Exultant, so he's another one that goes nicely. And Shafano's been up in Chung Fa, just up on this uphill gallop, so just getting a bit more stamina into his legs as he comes down. Look, he had all the favours last start, but we know the 2,400 metres isn't going to be a problem for him.
It is not, as it's not going to be for Exultant. We're going back to the replay of the QE2 Cup here, Tom, and Exultant goes up to Time Warp. They'd had a long battle before this.
Yeah, if it was on from about the 850 when Exultant moved up and tackled Time Warp here, and in the end was able to just grind them into the ground, was Exultant. Very tradesman-like, doesn't do anything flashy. Furore had potted him a few times, but he actually ran a better race last time out. And Paul, he might be starting to find a little bit more form again, but I'd still want to see him do it again.
Yeah, I've got him in on a minor line, Furore, but look, Exultant looks the one to beat clearly in this race, I think.
Tony Cruz has 3, John Moore has 4. Ed Sadler tracked down John Moore to find out how the quartet are getting along.
John, 4 in the Standard Charter Champions and Chater Cup on the weekend. Let's start off with Eagle Way. Returned as Aurora last time out. You sent him to Chung Fa since then. How is he?
Yeah, I gave him a little bit of a break, a little bit of a freshen up for the old boy. Of course, the wind infirmity is not changed. You know, if he was the same horse he was a few season or so back, you know, he'd be a force to reckon with in the race. But we're going back to set weights now. It's a big difference where he was carrying very heavy, I think it was 133 or whatever last start, where the Shafanos and so forth were carrying you know, postage stamps. We're at levels this time. So yeah, you'd have to think, even with his wind infirmity, that off level weights it'd have to be some sort of chance of picking up some really good prize money. But I think given that we may have some give in the ground on Sunday, you'd have to look at Shafano enjoying it, the South African horse, and then the 2 Frenchies, you know. You've got Helene Charisma, which we all know will definitely enjoy a cut in the ground, and Savvy 9. I can't see any reason why he won't enjoy it. I think they'll think they're back at Longchamp or somewhere like that, enjoying just a nice cushion in the track. So I think the betting public would have look more towards the Savvy 9 and maybe Helene Charisma, because, you know, with Time Walk there, Shafano mightn't get his own way in front. And even though he's drawn outside Time Walk this time, there could be a little bit of muddling pace earlier on when things sort themselves out, and who will actually get to the front, and how it will affect those in behind. So from my point of view, if you're going to ask me the better chances in there, I would have to say, if the pace is genuine, Savvy 9 and Helene Charisma would probably be my stable picks.
Over the time here in Hong Kong, you've developed a reputation as being the big race trainer here. You've won every big race. You've won this 6 times, the Champions and Chater Cup. This is your final Group 1 as a Hong Kong-based trainer. It'd be fitting to take it out, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. If the favourite doesn't come with his A game on the weekend, you know, we're right there with, as I used the the cliche earlier on, all guns blazing. It would be great to depart Hong Kong on a Group 1 win. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, we have a great chance of doing that.
4 of them. John Moore 4, Tony Cruz has 3, including the favourite Exultant, who is actually 4.3 at the moment, the second favourite behind Furore pretty early. Paul, this is Time Warp winning the trial. I guess the biggest thing to come out of this is the run of Exultant. He's not normally known for trialling, but he runs on very well at the end. Yeah, nice trial from Exultant. You can see him coming sort of just nice, quiet one at the back. But the thing with Time Warp is 2,400 metres I've got a little query with. He's not going to get his own way with Shafano there. So there is a little query with him, Time Warp. I haven't put him in, Tom.
Yeah, he's had his birthday this year, has Time Warp, of course, taking out the City Hong Kong Gold Cup. A nice enough effort there from Exultant. Never does anything too flashy in those all-weather trials.
Your selections for the last Group 1 of the season, Paul?
I think Exultant can win. I've got him on top, Exultant. He's going so well. Savvy 9, The Danger, Furore and Shafano. 1, 7, 2 and 5. I think the Quinella will be 1 and 7.
Just change the name, 1, 7, 2 and 5. My number says well on top for Exultant over Savvy 9, Furore and Shafano, 1, 7, 2 and 5.
It is all about Exultant and Zach Purton and Tony Cruz to go back-to-back Group 1 wins. We'll take a break here on Racing to Win. There's still 3 more to preview.